This time of year is award show season with the Grammys and Oscars, but did you know it's also wave season? Here to tell us more about this great travel season is Gabe Saglier. Welcome, my friend. You're the editor of TravelZoo. Good to see you again.
Great to see you. Yeah.
Okay, you just wave. Is that what we're talking about? Wave season?
Well, I mean, we could do that all day, but actually, if you're an avid cruiser, you know that this time of year, January through March, every year is what we call wave season. It's a 3-month period where the cruise industry basically pumps out the biggest sales and biggest incentives of the year. Upgrades, free drinks packages. It's a way to get people to commit now for cruising that might happen maybe in a couple of weeks, maybe at the end of the year, maybe next year even. But to get folks really sort of committing to the cruising experience now. I
love it. Wave season. What kind of discounts are you talking about?
And so we're seeing not only lower price points, but I think the incentives are the big picture here, where you'll get the upgrades, you'll get a lot of these very unique experiences. So private islands sounds kind of a nice little concept.
It does. You kidding me? Come on, sign me up.
Yeah, and all these major cruise lines basically have their own private island, usually out in the Caribbean, where they come in and they create this very exclusive experience for their cruisers. So MSC, which is a European brand, they've got now 4 ships sailing round trip out of southern Florida. They've just opened up the doors to their Ocean Key MSC Marine Reserve. It officially opens up to the world in May, but already it started just a couple of weeks ago welcoming cruisers. Basically, think of it as the kind of experience that no other cruise line can offer. That's the idea here. You arrive there during the morning hours. You're there all day. They're not lifting the anchor at 5 p.m. as they usually would on a cruise. They're staying there till midnight. You get that daytime and nighttime experience, and it's part of pretty much any MSC cruise you do. 3-night cruises starting at $179. 7-night cruises starting at $399 on MSC ships, and that includes free drinks packages, which if you're a cruiser, you know is a major value add-on. I've heard people part of that wave season incentives.
I've heard people talking about balcony cruises. What's a balcony cruise?
So the balcony is the one you ideally want to get. There's the inside cabin where you don't get a view. You get the ocean view cabin, even nicer. A double upgrade to a balcony cabin is always a nice thing. So Royal Caribbean operates some of the biggest ships in the world, Allure of the Seas, Oasis of the Seas, 6,800 passenger capacity. Wow. These are beautiful mega ships, plenty of stuff to do on board, some great excursions as well. But they, as part of their wave season promotion, will double upgrade you. So $679 gets you not the inside, not the ocean view, but the balcony cabin, prepaid gratuities as well, which for a cabin that holds 2 people is approximately $200. So again, another way to incentivize people to consider a sort of a large-scale cruise to some of the great Caribbean destinations that they're from Jamaica to Puerto Rico.
We're doing a lot of cruises now happening going over to Europe as well.
Yeah, and so you'll start to see during wave season some really interesting sort of add-ons to these cruises. For example, this is through the Holland America cruise line, where they'll fly you from Las Vegas over to Fort Lauderdale. You embark on a 13-night cruise across the Atlantic. You visit their private island, Half Moon Cay. You stop at the Azores in Portugal. You do a couple of Mediterranean stops, and you end in Barcelona before they fly you back to Las Vegas. So that's air included, the 13-night cruise across the Atlantic, some fantastic stops as well. Obviously meant for people with the 2 weeks to be able to spend, but the price point at $13.99, it's almost as much as you pay for airfare alone, let alone a 13-night cruise that includes all your meals and your entertainment as well.
We got less than 30 seconds, but I want to hit the trend this year is the micro traveler. What's the micro traveler?
We're going to see a lot more of what we call the micro cruising concept, which instead of like committing to a 7 or a 10 or 14-night cruise, we'll see more of these 2- and 3-nighters, making it easier for you to maybe steal a day or 2 away from work and do a cruise, whether it's either Southern California, Southern Florida. Those micro cruises are going to be sort of a bigger thing to watch in 2020.
Gabe, TravelZoo, you guys covered all, and you have a great email. People want to get on the email. How do they do it?
Top 20 comes out every Wednesday morning at 11 o'clock. Free sign up at TravelZoo.com.
I love it. Thank you, Gabe.
Great to see you, man.
Wave season.
There you go.